From walking in a straight line to driving, all of this were everyday activities for Thomas up until a bad fall 4 years ago led him to a brain injury.
I was up on the second floor building the wall because there was no wall, and I fell down. And then when I woke up, I was in Kamloops Hospital and didn't really know what was going on. I just seen a bunch of faces that I don't usually see all the time, and didn't really know how to react. I didn't really have an emotion at the time. It was kind of like, uh-oh. Like, how do you react to what you don't know?
Thomas, like many, never thought about protecting his head in case of an accident. Now, with a diagnosis of hematoma, it would take nearly 4 years until Thomas could regain his independence.
I'd heard of hematoma before, heard of brain injury before, but never heard of not being able to do what I could before. So I noticed, like with my eye, I'm looking around at people and having a hard time seeing them, not realizing that I'm not able to see out of my right eye. So the only way you can tell is by covering the one eye, which you don't think about right away after that anyways. And then my whole left side was really weak. So it was hard for me to do a lot of the walking.
After a month in the hospital, Thomas had to adjust to the new normal.
I thought it was going to be really quick to get back to normal, but I kind of knew it wasn't. But I was just really determined to do it, and that's what was my drive. But the hardest part was trying to ask for help, because I never was asking. Once in a while you ask for help, but it felt really like I was being persistent if I asked more than once. So the main thing I'd ask for is like a ride. And even that was really hard. I'm not one that likes taking taxis or the bus, even though my options there were for like the Handy Dart or take the taxi. And for work, there was no such thing as work at that time. So that made it really hard because I like to work. So not being able to work and just sitting around with basically nobody around, it got a little hard.
The car fanatic even had to give up his detailing hobby. But just when things were getting grim, Thomas turned to the Cariboo Brain Injury Society.
Well, like grocery shopping at the start, there was no way I could do it. I could barely see the price on the price tag, or I didn't really know what I wanted. And then just kind of organizing life, because doctor's appointments, I had so many of them at the start. So I'd forget them by accident, or I had to make sure I actually went to that one, or I wasn't rebooking it. And then I had to go all the time to Kamloops. So every couple of weeks, it felt I was in Kamloops.
Without fundraisers that support organizations like the Cariboo Brain Injury, people like Thomas would never have been able to recover as fast as he has.
I don't know where I would have been, because there's a lot of things that they've helped me with that I probably wouldn't have thought about. And being with the doctor's appointments and all that, I'm sure I would have still been doing that. Or being like with who wants to go and have a surgery. So they kind of helped, because I would have maybe purposely forgot not wanting to do it because it's a scary thing. You don't know if you're going to come out of it. You might not wake up from it. There is that possibility, but they helped comfort. So I made the trip and got it done.
At the end of the day, Thomas is happy and proud with the progress he's made thus far. And that light at the end of the tunnel is getting closer and closer every day.
I've accomplished a lot, and I feel really proud of myself. And it's a good feeling to feel proud of yourself, because sometimes it's a hard spot to be thinking proud of yourself if you don't feel like you did anything. But I've done so much, and it's only been, I guess, a short time, 3 years, just about 4. But for me, it felt like a long period.
Thomas is slowly getting back into his detailing hobby once again and gaining his independence back more and more daily. For Go in Williams Lake, I'm Christina Jung.